Reprogram your quantum mind for abundance. In 21 days, everything will transform. There comes a moment in every person's life when they realize that their outer world is not random, that everything they experience, every success and every struggle, is a reflection of the invisible patterns held in their mind. What most people call luck or fate is, in truth, the echo of thought vibrating through the quantum field. You are not simply living in the world, you are generating it from within. Earl Nightingale called it the strangest secret. We become what we think about most of the time. Proctor called it paradigm shift. The act of reprogramming the subconscious mind so that abundance becomes automatic. When you understand both perspectives, you uncover a profound truth. Your thoughts are not just ideas. They are commands to the universe, energetic blueprints that shape the matter of your reality. For most people, these commands are unconscious. They wake up and repeat yesterday's thoughts, reliving the same emotional frequencies day after day, unaware that their vibration is writing the script of their lives. Their reality becomes predictable because their inner dialogue never changes. But when you decide to take control, when you consciously reprogram your mind, the quantum field rearranges itself in ways that defy logic. 21 days. That's all it takes to begin this transformation. Science has proven that new neural pathways can form in as little as 3 weeks of consistent focus. But what Earl Nightingale and Proctor taught goes far beyond science. It touches the spirit. Because while neurons form the physical pathway, vibration forms the energetic one. You are not just rewiring the brain, you are retuning the soul. For the next 21 days, your task is not to fight your current circumstances, but to transcend them. You do this by shifting frequency. Every thought carries a vibration, and every vibration carries an outcome. When you think from lack, you tune into the station of scarcity. When you think from abundance, you tune into the station of prosperity. The universe does not decide your fate. Your vibration does. This is the law that Nightingale and Proctor both sought to teach the world. The law of cause and effect on a spiritual level. Your thoughts are the cause. Your life is the effect. And when you reprogram your mind, you rewrite the cause. Suddenly, the world begins to respond differently, not because it changed, but because you did. Imagine your mind as a vast field of fertile soil. Every thought is a seed. Most people plant weeds of fear, worry, and doubt without realizing it. Then they wonder why their garden grows chaos. But once you begin planting consciously, gratitude, confidence, belief, the garden transforms. You no longer wait for miracles. You become one. The quantum field, as Proctor often said, is like an infinite ocean of potential energy. It vibrates at frequencies beyond the reach of the senses, waiting for direction. Every time you think a thought with emotion, you send a ripple into that ocean. Those ripples attract like vibrations, similar energy that forms the events, people, and opportunities you experience. Change your inner vibration, and you change what you attract. Earl Nightingale explained it with simple clarity. The mind moves in the direction of its currently dominant thoughts. That's why reprogramming must begin with awareness. You cannot change what you do not see. So for the first few days, simply observe your thoughts. Notice how often they come from fear, competition, or doubt. Don't judge them, just notice. Awareness is the light that dissolves darkness. Once awareness grows, the next step is replacement. Replace every thought of limitation with its abundant opposite. When your mind says, "I can't," reply internally, "I already am." When it whispers, "It's impossible," affirm, "It's inevitable." The subconscious mind cannot tell the difference between what's real and what's imagined. It only responds to repetition and emotion. Feed it truth often enough, and it begins to believe. The first few days will feel like resistance. That's normal. You are challenging old programming, paradigms that have lived in your subconscious for years. But persistence is the bridge between old energy and new reality. Nightingale said that success is nothing more than the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. Each day you persist in new thought, you are realizing that ideal. You are proving to yourself that you are not the program. You are the programmer. Think of your vibration as your signal to the universe. For years it may have been broadcasting scarcity. Thoughts like, I never have enough. It's hard to make money. Good things don't last. These signals went out, and the universe, neutral and obedient, mirrored them back as matching experiences. But in 21 days of deliberate reprogramming, that signal changes. It becomes, I always have more than enough. Money flows easily to me. Everything works out in my favor. At first, reality will lag. The outer world takes time to catch up to a new frequency, just as the echo follows the sound. But stay consistent. Feel the new vibration as real. The law must respond. The universe has no choice. It reflects coherence. Bob Proctor used to say that paradigms are like invisible glass walls, unseen boundaries that hold people inside the same results no matter how hard they try. You can study harder, work longer, or hustle endlessly, but until the paradigm changes, the results stay the same. The wall doesn't break with effort. It breaks with awareness. Once you see the wall, it begins to dissolve. So what creates a paradigm shift? Emotion. The subconscious speaks only the language of feeling. Logic does not reprogram. Emotion does. When you feel abundance, not pretend but truly feel it, your subconscious accepts it as truth. That's why gratitude is such a powerful frequency. It is the emotional signature of abundance already received. In the next 21 days, your task is not to convince yourself, but to feel yourself into a new reality. Each time you feel gratitude, peace, or certainty, you are sending new instructions to your subconscious. Each feeling is a line of code rewriting your energetic system. And soon, what you once called impossible begins to feel natural. Earl Nightingale believed that the mind, once expanded by a new idea, can never return to its old dimensions. That's what will happen here. Once you see how easily you can shift vibration, once you watch reality bend around your inner state, you'll never again believe that you are at the mercy of chance. So let this be your declaration. For the next 21 days, I will think, feel, and act from abundance. I will speak only from possibility. I will no longer affirm what I don't want. I will condition my subconscious to match the energy of prosperity, joy, and flow. As you repeat this daily, the quantum field begins to harmonize with you. People sense your new energy. Opportunities appear. Synchronicities increase. You realize that abundance was never something to earn. It was a state to remember. This is how transformation happens. Quietly, subtly, yet powerfully. One thought at a time, one emotion at a time, until the entire structure of your reality begins to shift. 21 days from now, you will look back and wonder how things changed so quickly. But the truth will be simple. You changed first. If you truly wish to reprogram your quantum mind, you must go beyond affirmations and enter the field of embodiment. You must become the vibration of what you desire. The subconscious does not respond to words, it responds to the emotional frequency that those words carry. You can repeat, I am wealthy, 1,000 times. But if your dominant feeling is fear of not having enough, that fear will override every affirmation. Earl Nightingale used to say, our environment, the world in which we live and work, is a mirror of our attitudes and expectations. The key word here is attitudes. Attitude is a blend of thoughts, feelings, and actions aligned in one direction. When those three are unified toward abundance, life reorganizes itself to match the signal. When they are divided, the signal becomes weak and results appear inconsistent. This is why most people manifest sporadically. They desire abundance but vibrate scarcity. They pray for success but speak of struggle. Their mind says one thing while their heart feels another. The universe cannot respond clearly to a split signal. It reflects confusion with mixed results. The 21-day reprogramming process brings all parts of you into coherence. Thought, feeling, and behavior align toward one intention: abundance. Bob Proctor often described this alignment as vibration match. Everything that exists vibrates at a certain frequency, including money, opportunities, and ideas. You don't chase them, you attune to them. When your inner vibration equals the frequency of prosperity, it must come. It's not magic, it's resonance. Just as a tuning fork vibrates in harmony when another of the same pitch is struck, so too does the universe respond when you vibrate at the frequency of your desire. But how do you sustain that vibration for 21 days? You build emotional muscle through repetition and awareness. Every morning, begin by tuning your consciousness. Before touching your phone, before thinking of yesterday's problems, breathe deeply and feel gratitude for something, anything. Gratitude is the gateway to abundance. It places you instantly in the vibration of having. Then, visualize yourself already living the reality you desire. Feel it in your body. Don't just see the image. Be the image. Smell the air. Feel the texture of your success. Hear the sounds of prosperity around you. The more sensory detail you add, the stronger the vibrational signal you send. You're not daydreaming. You're programming the quantum field through emotional experience. Nightingale taught that the mind moves toward its most dominant image. So fill your mental screen with images of wealth, joy, and freedom. Not from longing, but from ownership. The quantum field doesn't deliver what you want. It delivers what you are. When you think, "I will be abundant," you vibrate in future tense. But when you think, "I am abundance," the vibration is now. And the universe mirrors the now. During the day, watch your emotional state like a scientist observing an experiment. When frustration or fear arises, don't suppress it. Observe and redirect it. Say to yourself, "This emotion is feedback. It shows me what vibration I'm currently transmitting." Then shift it. Breathe, smile, recall something you love, or repeat a high-frequency affirmation. Your job is not to control every circumstance, but to maintain a vibration that attracts favorable ones. This daily discipline, thought awareness, gratitude, visualization, and emotional mastery, is what rewires the quantum mind. By day 7, you'll notice subtle shifts, a feeling of lightness, unexpected ease, small coincidences. These are the early signs of alignment. They are confirmations from the universe saying you're tuning correctly. But around days 10 to 14, resistance often appears. Old paradigms fight to stay alive. You may feel doubt, fatigue, or sudden discouragement. Don't interpret this as failure. It's proof that deep programming is dissolving. Imagine it as a computer deleting corrupted files. The system feels slower temporarily because it's rewriting core code. Stay consistent. The new vibration is integrating. Bob Proctor used to emphasize one principle repeatedly. Persistence against the old paradigm is the key to freedom. He said, "Your results can't change permanently until your paradigm does, and your paradigm won't change until you persist against it." That's the work of these 21 days. Persistence not in action, but in vibration. When you persist in higher vibration, life bends. The quantum field doesn't resist. It reorganizes. The people, opportunities, and circumstances you need begin appearing, often in ways you could never have planned. Earl Nightingale described this as the miracle of belief. He said that when a person believes strongly enough in a goal, unseen forces move to assist. Today we understand those forces as vibrational alignments within the quantum field. In practical terms, begin noticing how the universe mirrors your state. When you're at peace, solutions appear effortlessly. When you're anxious, chaos multiplies. This feedback is constant. The field is always showing you your current broadcast. Every reaction from life is a reflection of your internal programming. Once you understand this, you stop blaming and start tuning. Let's take an example. Imagine you receive an unexpected bill. Most people react with fear. They vibrate lack, and the field echoes more lack. But a person trained in quantum abundance sees the same event differently. They take a deep breath and affirm, "This is temporary. Money flows to me easily. Every expense is already covered in infinite supply." That calm certainty maintains the vibration of wealth, and soon, the field responds with new income, opportunities, or refunds that balance the equation. You are not reprogramming to escape problems. You are reprogramming to remain powerful within them. That's true mastery. The outer world will always contain contrasts, but your inner world decides which version of reality solidifies. The person who vibrates peace within chaos draws order from disorder. That's the quantum alchemy of the mind. Earl Nightingale once said, "All you need is the plan, the roadmap, and the courage to press on to your destination." Think of this 21-day journey as that roadmap. Each day builds upon the last. Each repetition strengthens new circuits in your brain and new frequencies in your field. The first 7 days create awareness, the next 7 rewire emotion, and the final 7 anchor the new identity. By day 21, you are no longer someone trying to attract abundance. You are abundance expressing itself through human form. Your vibration becomes stable, your actions intuitive, your confidence natural. Opportunities appear not by coincidence, but by coherence. You no longer chase, you magnetize. If you stay faithful to this process, you'll experience a profound revelation. You were never separated from wealth. You were simply tuned to the wrong frequency. Once the dial shifts, abundance that was always surrounding you becomes visible. It was there all along, waiting for your recognition. As you move forward, remember what Bob Proctor said. The law of vibration is the primary law. The law of attraction is its secondary effect. You don't attract by wishing, you attract by vibrating. Vibration is your signature, your currency in the energetic economy of the universe. Guard it like gold. Now, take a moment to breathe and feel appreciation. Not for what's coming, but for what already is. You've begun the most important journey of your life, the inward journey from programmed limitation to conscious creation. The rest of the world will start to look at you with curiosity, wondering how you changed so fast. But you will know the truth. You didn't change the world. You changed your mind, and the world followed. If you're feeling inspired so far, take a moment right now to like this video. That single act of resonance sends energy back into this field of collective intention. You're not just supporting content. You're amplifying the frequency of abundance for everyone listening. There comes a moment in this quantum reprogramming when something remarkable happens. The shift from intellectual understanding to energetic embodiment. You no longer think about abundance. You begin to feel it as your natural state. This is the turning point where the subconscious accepts the new identity, and the quantum field starts reflecting it unmistakably. Earl Nightingale used to describe this moment as crossing the invisible line. He said that once a person crosses it, life changes with almost mechanical precision. It's the moment when belief becomes knowing, when faith transforms into evidence. And the truth is, that line has always existed inside you. It's not out there in the world, hidden behind opportunities or locked inside bank accounts. It's the invisible threshold between scarcity consciousness and prosperity awareness. To cross it, you must trust what cannot yet be seen. You must act as if your desire were already fact. This doesn't mean pretending. It means embodying. Acting as if is not about faking, it's about aligning. It's an act of energetic integrity. When you behave, speak, and think in harmony with the vibration of abundance, the field around you adjusts to sustain that new state. Bob Proctor often said, "Faith and fear both demand you believe in something you cannot see. You choose." When you choose faith, not blind faith, but vibrational faith, you send a coherent message to the quantum field. You declare, "I trust the unseen intelligence that responds to my vibration." That trust opens doors that logic could never find. But understand this: the mind that created limitation cannot lead you to liberation. You must transcend it. That's why reprogramming the subconscious is not merely mental work, it's vibrational work. Every thought carries a charge, every emotion sends a frequency, and every habit anchors a pattern in your field. For 21 days, your goal is to charge every moment with the energy of abundance until it becomes your default setting. As you do this, watch how the outer world mirrors your internal shift. You'll notice synchronicities, meeting someone at the perfect moment, receiving unexpected help, hearing the exact words you needed to hear. These are not coincidences. They are quantum confirmations. The field is showing you that it has received your new command. Earl Nightingale called this process the strangest secret. The secret is simple. You become what you think about most of the time. In quantum terms, what you focus upon expands in the field of probability. When your focus is consistent, the wave collapses into reality. So, what are you collapsing into form each day? Are you focusing on limitation or on expansion? Every time you dwell on what's missing, you reinforce the vibration of lack. Every time you feel grateful for what already is, you broadcast abundance. That's the real secret of manifestation. It's not about getting, it's about being. When you are in the vibration of gratitude, the universe rushes to fill your experience with more reasons to be grateful. Here is a simple practice for the second half of your 21-day journey. Before you sleep, replay your day in your mind. But instead of recalling what went wrong, recall what went right. Feel appreciation for every little alignment, a smile, a kind word, a moment of peace. This rewires your subconscious before rest, when the brain is most receptive to new patterns. Over time, the mind begins seeking good automatically, filtering reality through the lens of abundance. Bob Proctor explained that most people live on autopilot, running habitual vibrations they never chose. To break this, you must become a conscious transmitter. Each morning, consciously choose your frequency. Each evening, consciously review it. This daily awareness is how paradigms crumble and new identities form. Around this stage, many notice something unusual. Time begins to feel different. Days flow more easily. Things seem to click. That's coherence. Your energy is no longer scattered across doubt, worry, and resistance. It's focused, calm, magnetic. The quantum field responds to coherence like a mirror catching sunlight. It reflects your light back amplified. You may also observe how certain people or situations fall away. Don't fear this. It's vibrational sorting. As your frequency rises, anything misaligned naturally fades. Earl Nightingale said, "The mind, like the body, rejects what is not in harmony with it." Your new vibration will begin sculpting your reality, releasing what no longer serves and inviting what now aligns. The law of attraction is not about forcing results. It's about allowing flow. You can't push energy. You can only align with it. Imagine trying to make a river flow faster by pushing the water. Impossible. But if you remove the blocks in the riverbed, the current flows effortlessly. That's how abundance works. Remove resistance, and the current of wealth finds its natural path to you. Now, what is resistance made of? Mostly fear, guilt, and unworthiness. The three main frequencies that distort the signal of abundance. When you catch yourself thinking, "I don't deserve this," pause. That's an illusion. You were born worthy. Existence itself deemed you valuable enough to be alive. What greater validation could you need? Bob Proctor would remind his students, "You can't get rich living in the vibration of need. Need vibrates as lack, gratitude vibrates as fulfillment. Shift from needing to knowing, from wishing to expecting. This is the essence of quantum manifestation." By day 15, you'll notice that abundance no longer feels like something distant. It feels like home. You start feeling rich even before the money arrives, peaceful before the situation resolves, confident before the opportunity appears. This is not delusion, it's creative faith. And faith is the bridge between the invisible and the visible. If you hold that faith consistently, reality must obey. The field cannot contradict your dominant vibration. Earl Nightingale used to compare it to planting seeds. If you plant corn, you get corn, not weeds. The subconscious doesn't judge or filter. It grows whatever you plant. For 21 days, plant only thoughts of expansion, joy, wealth, and possibility. And remember, you don't need to force results to prove it's working. Your only job is to maintain the vibration. Life will handle the timing. The quantum field is infinitely intelligent. It knows the shortest route between your vibration and its manifestation. When you stay aligned, you become effortless. So as you move through this transformation, keep your attention not on the destination, but on the frequency. The more stable your vibration, the faster the world reorganizes. Energy is obedient to coherence. Now, before we move to the next phase of this journey, take a deep breath and feel gratitude for yourself. For showing up, for expanding, for daring to believe that you can be more. The quantum field is listening right now. Every emotion you feel becomes a signal that shapes your tomorrow. If this message resonates with you, leave a comment below sharing one realization you've had so far on this 21-day transformation. Your words might be the very vibration that inspires someone else to awaken to their own abundance. You are now entering the most powerful phase of this entire 21-day reprogramming. The stage where your old identity begins to dissolve and a new, expanded version of you starts taking form from the inside out. This is where the quantum shift becomes unmistakable. Not because something dramatic happens outside of you, but because something irreversible awakens within you. And once that awakening begins, nothing in your life can remain the same. Earl Nightingale called this moment the dawn of conscious creation. Bob Proctor called it the paradigm shift taking root. In quantum terms, it is the moment when your vibration stabilizes enough for the field to reorganize itself around your new identity. You are no longer trying to become abundance. You are beginning to remember that you already are. Most people never reach this stage because they give up too early. They see no immediate evidence, so they revert to old thoughts, old fears, and old emotional programs. But if they had continued just a little longer, if they had held the vibration one more day, one more moment, one more breath, they would have discovered that the field was already rearranging itself behind the scenes. You are now crossing the threshold that so many abandon just before the breakthrough. By the time you enter this phase of the reprogramming, your subconscious mind has already begun responding to your new frequency. Old habits feel weaker. Old fears feel distant. Thoughts of abundance come more naturally. You catch negative thoughts faster, and instead of spiraling, you redirect them with ease. This is not coincidence. It is the quantum coding taking effect. You are not fighting the old. You are outgrowing it. Bob Proctor often explained that the subconscious mind doesn't change with force, it changes with repetition, emotion, and identity. For the last several days, you have been giving it all three. You have been feeding it new images, new beliefs, new emotional states. You have been conditioning it to accept abundance as the norm. And now, the mind is beginning to obey. At this stage, something subtle but profound begins to happen. You stop reacting to your environment and begin creating from your inner environment. This is what separates people who manifest sporadically from those who manifest consistently. When you react to the outer world, you vibrate according to circumstance. When you create from the inner world, you vibrate according to intention. The first makes you a victim of external conditions. The second makes you the architect of them. Earl Nightingale used to say, "We become what we think about." But he didn't mean this only in a poetic way. He meant it literally. Your dominant thought becomes your dominant vibration, and your dominant vibration becomes your dominant reality. You are now learning to think and feel in a way that aligns with what you want instead of what you fear. That is mastery. Let's go deeper. At this point in your transformation, you'll begin noticing signs that your inner world is gaining power over the outer. You will say something with confidence, and within hours or days, reality shifts to match it. You'll feel a sudden sense of calm, and the situation that caused you stress will resolve itself unexpectedly. You'll think about someone, and they will contact you. These are not coincidences. These are quantum echoes, evidence that your vibration is becoming stronger than your old paradigm. Bob Proctor explained that your paradigm acts like a magnet. It pulls experiences into your life that match its frequency. When you change the paradigm, you change the magnet. Suddenly, things that never happened to you before begin happening. Opportunities that were once invisible now appear. People who never noticed you now respond differently. You didn't become more worthy. You became more coherent. Coherence is the state in which your thoughts, feelings, and energy align in one direction. When you are coherent, there is no resistance, no internal contradiction. Your vibration becomes pure, clean, powerful. The quantum field responds instantly to coherence because it is the language of creation itself. Think of it this way. If your mind is broadcasting wealth, but your emotions are broadcasting fear, the field receives a scrambled signal. But when your mind and emotions broadcast together, "I am abundance. I am already provided for. I am connected to infinite supply," the signal becomes unstoppable. This is the stage you are entering now. During the next portion of this journey, you will begin to notice something else. Your emotional baseline is rising. This is one of the clearest signs that reprogramming is working. You feel lighter. You breathe differently. You don't get triggered by the things that once controlled you. You begin to understand what Earl Nightingale meant when he said that attitude is the foundation of every successful life. Your attitude, your vibrational posture, has shifted from survival to creation. And as this shift deepens, you will start experiencing what many describe as the 21-day quantum opening. This is not a mystical event. It is a neurological and vibrational milestone. When you maintain a thought and feeling long enough, the brain begins to rewire itself to support that state. Neural pathways strengthen, synapses fire differently, patterns of fear weaken, patterns of confidence strengthen. Your identity evolves on a biological level. At the same time, your vibration evolves energetically. The heart's electromagnetic field expands. Your intuition sharpens. Your sense of possibility widens. You no longer think from your past. You think from your potential. You no longer ask, "How will it happen?" You begin to trust that it must happen, because the inner world always precedes the outer. This is where the miracles begin. And yet, none of it is miraculous. It is simply law, the law of vibration expressing itself with precision. Now, there will still be moments when old thoughts try to return. That's normal. Paradigms don't disappear. They dissolve through lack of reinforcement. When an old pattern arises, don't fear it. See it as proof that you are moving beyond it. Say to yourself, This is just old energy leaving my system. The moment you observe without identifying, you reclaim control. You step out of the program and back into the programmer. In these final days of the reprogramming, it is crucial to amplify gratitude. Gratitude is the most powerful emotional frequency for shifting identity. When you feel grateful for something before it arrives, you are declaring that it already exists in the field. You are aligning your vibration with the end result. You are collapsing the gap between desire and manifestation. Bob Proctor taught that gratitude is the accelerator of the law of attraction. Nightingale described it as the mental state that magnetizes opportunity. In quantum terms, gratitude is the emotional equivalent of completion. It signals to the universe, the creation is done, and the universe mirrors that completion back into physical form. In these last days, act as if your new life is already here. Not from desperation, but from certainty. Walk differently. Speak differently. Think differently. Every gesture becomes an energetic vote for your new identity. Every moment becomes an affirmation of who you are becoming. You are not waiting for abundance. Abundance is waiting for you to stabilize in the frequency where it can reach you. And as you continue, prepare yourself for the final shift. Because once you internalize everything in this process, the next phase of your life will not resemble the one you're leaving behind. Not because the world changed, but because you did. By this stage, something extraordinary begins to unfold. The realization that abundance is not something you create, but something you remember. It was never missing. It was merely buried beneath layers of doubt, fear, and mental conditioning. Now, as those layers dissolve, you begin to see reality as it truly is, an infinite field of potential responding to your vibration. Earl Nightingale once said, "We are all self-made, but only the successful will admit it." What he meant was that every human being is the architect of their own experience, whether they realize it or not. Success is not luck, it's alignment. Misery is not fate, it's misalignment. And when you reprogram your quantum mind, you begin to see that the difference between the two is simply vibration. You've spent the last few weeks planting new seeds in your subconscious garden. At first, the soil resisted. Weeds of old beliefs still grew. But as you watered those seeds daily with thought, emotion, and repetition, something began to sprout. Now, those sprouts are pushing through the surface of your awareness. New habits, new emotions, new perceptions. You are witnessing the harvest of your inner work. Bob Proctor used to compare this process to tuning a radio. You can't hear a frequency you're not tuned into. The music was always there, filling the air around you. But your receiver needed calibration. In the same way, abundance has always surrounded you. But your inner frequency had to shift before you could receive it. Now that you've tuned in, the music of prosperity begins to play through every area of your life. At this point, you may find that opportunities seem to appear out of nowhere. But nothing comes out of nowhere. It comes out of now here. The quantum field doesn't create from emptiness. It organizes what already exists into new forms based on your vibration. You are not attracting from distance. You are revealing from proximity. Everything you desire is already within the vibrational field of your awareness. When you match its frequency, you meet it in the now. Earl Nightingale explained that our beliefs act like filters through which we interpret the world. If you believe life is hard, you will see proof of difficulty everywhere. If you believe money is scarce, you will meet situations that confirm that scarcity. But if you believe that abundance is natural and that wealth is a reflection of spiritual flow, you will begin to experience evidence of that truth. The world hasn't changed, your filter has, and yet, this stage also brings responsibility. The power to create comes with the awareness that you are always creating, even when you're unaware. Every thought is a brushstroke on the canvas of your life. Every emotion is an energy signal shaping the structure of your future. Once you understand this, you can no longer afford to think carelessly or speak negatively. You are no longer a casual participant in your own story. You are its conscious author. Bob Proctor often said, "You are the only problem you will ever have, and you are the only solution." This statement is not meant to blame, but to empower. It means that everything you seek already exists within you, waiting for recognition. The moment you claim responsibility for your vibration, you reclaim your creative power. You stop waiting for permission from the world, because the world itself becomes your reflection. You are now at a point where the subconscious mind, once your greatest obstacle, becomes your greatest ally. It's no longer working against you, it's working for you. The same automatic processes that once repeated fear are now repeating abundance. The same mental autopilot that once sabotaged your progress now amplifies your success. You are living proof that the mind, when properly directed, becomes a quantum instrument of creation. Earl Nightingale believed that success could be defined as the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. Notice those words, progressive realization. Success is not an event, it's a vibration sustained over time. And now, as you maintain your new vibration of abundance, you are living that definition fully. You're not chasing wealth, you're realizing it progressively, each moment bringing you closer to the physical reflection of your inner shift. At this point, the key is stability. The quantum field responds not to intensity, but to consistency. You don't need to generate huge emotional highs. You need to maintain calm, unwavering belief. Just as a plane achieves flight not through bursts of energy, but through sustained thrust, your manifestation takes form through sustained vibration. You may find that certain desires manifest faster than others. Don't question the timeline. Trust the process. The universe has a perfect sense of timing, orchestrating everything according to your readiness, not your impatience. If something hasn't appeared yet, it's not because it's missing. It's because you are still expanding into the vibration that can sustain it. During these final days, deepen your practice of gratitude and observation. Notice every small manifestation, a conversation, a coincidence, a moment of clarity. Each one is a sign that the field is responding precisely to your new frequency. Acknowledge it. Celebrate it. The act of acknowledgement multiplies the energy of creation. What you appreciate expands. You will also find that your intuition has sharpened. You'll sense what to do, where to go, and whom to talk to. That guidance is not random. It's the voice of the quantum field speaking through you. The more you trust it, the stronger it becomes. This is how effortless success unfolds, through inner guidance, not outer struggle. Bob Proctor used to remind his audiences that intuition is not mystical. It's vibrational intelligence. It's how the universe communicates with a coherent mind. When you listen, you shorten the gap between thought and manifestation. When you ignore it, you prolong the lesson. Your job is simple. Trust the whisper before the world shouts. At this point, you're not just manifesting. You are evolving. You are no longer the person who started this journey. That version of you operated from effort, struggle, and doubt. The new you operates from clarity, certainty, and ease. You've learned that true abundance is not something you get. It's something you remember being. Earl Nightingale often reminded his listeners that people don't decide their futures. They decide their habits, and their habits decide their futures. You have spent these days creating new habits of thought, emotion, and vibration. These habits will carry you forward long after the 21 days are over. They will quietly shape your destiny, even when you are not consciously thinking about them. Now, as you integrate all that you've learned, take a moment to recognize your own transformation. Feel the expansion in your energy. Notice the peace where anxiety once lived. Notice the faith where doubt once ruled. This is not temporary motivation. This is permanent evolution. You are now tuned to a new level of consciousness, one that naturally attracts wealth, joy, and fulfillment. And before we move into the final block of this journey, the culmination of everything you've become, take a moment to send out one final act of energy. Like and share this message with someone you care about. Because when you spread the vibration of abundance, you multiply it. You contribute to a ripple effect that extends beyond your life and into the collective field of humanity. This is the culmination, the final awakening of the quantum mind into the truth of who and what you are. You began this journey thinking you were learning to attract abundance. But what has truly happened is far deeper. You have remembered your nature as abundance itself. You are not a body trying to acquire wealth. You are consciousness expressing wealth through form. The 21 days were not a ritual of repetition. They were a process of reconnection. Each affirmation, each visualization, each silent moment of belief reconnected you to the divine current that flows through everything. That current, call it God, source, energy, the field, is what Earl Nightingale described as the mind stuff that shapes the universe. It's what Bob Proctor referred to as infinite intelligence. It is the unseen force that moves the seen world, and you now know how to work with it consciously. You've discovered that the real secret was never about getting anything. The real secret was becoming something, a match to the vibration of what you desire. The external world is only a mirror. You've learned to stop polishing the mirror and instead polish the reflection, your inner frequency. When the inner vibration changes, the outer world has no choice but to follow. Now, as you walk through your days, you notice something extraordinary. Money begins to come with ease. Ideas flow effortlessly. People and opportunities align in ways you could never have planned. You are living in a state of resonance. And resonance attracts. This is what both Earl and Bob meant when they said that success is not something you pursue. It's something you attract by the person you become. The quantum mind doesn't think in terms of effort. It thinks in terms of energy. When you stop forcing and start aligning, everything accelerates. The law of vibration doesn't respond to struggle. It responds to state. And now, your state is one of calm certainty, faith, and expansion. Think about this. For most of your life, you were taught that to earn more, you had to do more. You believed effort created reward. But the quantum field works differently. It rewards alignment, not exhaustion. It rewards clarity, not confusion. It rewards vibration, not desperation. When you are tuned to the right frequency, you can do less and receive more, because your energy is efficient. It's coherent. This is why so many people work tirelessly and remain stuck. They're operating in contradiction. Their actions say, I want abundance, but their vibration says, I don't believe it's possible. The field listens to vibration, not words. And you, now reprogrammed, have aligned your frequency with faith. You no longer chase, you allow. You no longer beg, you expect. You no longer wait for proof, you become the proof. Earl Nightingale said that the strangest secret in the world is that we become what we think about. You've now lived that truth. For 21 days, you've disciplined your mind to dwell only on what you want, not on what you fear. You've retrained your subconscious to assume abundance as natural and struggle as unnatural. And so, life now rearranges itself to reflect that assumption. The quantum field mirrors your dominant state of consciousness. It doesn't decide what's fair. It simply reflects what's frequent. This is the neutrality of universal law. You cannot trick it, you can only tune to it. And tuning to abundance requires not more force, but more surrender. Bob Proctor used to say, let go and grow. When you let go of resistance, the constant mental tension that says, it's not working yet, you create the space for energy to flow. When you trust, you accelerate. When you doubt, you delay. When you appreciate, you amplify. At this stage, your goal is not to maintain a high vibration artificially. but to live as that vibration naturally. That means you no longer need techniques, because your being itself has become the technique. You wake up in gratitude, you walk in faith, you speak prosperity, you radiate coherence. You are the vibration of wealth. Now, imagine your life 1 year from this moment, not as a fantasy, but as a continuation of what you've already set in motion. See yourself free, financially independent, joyful, surrounded by opportunities that seem to find you effortlessly. See yourself as a calm, magnetic presence, someone who influences others simply through energy. That vision isn't distant. It's already forming. In the quantum field, the moment you imagine it with conviction, it begins to exist. Your job is not to chase it, your job is to align with it. You do that by thinking as the person who already lives that reality. You act from it, not toward it. When you reprogram your quantum mind, you don't wait for change. You become the change, and the world mirrors it back to you. Every financial breakthrough, every coincidence, every stroke of good fortune is simply evidence that your vibration is coherent with abundance. And if ever doubt tries to return, remember this: the subconscious mind does not argue. It accepts. So never feed it with worry or fear. When a negative thought arises, treat it like a passing cloud. Do not fight it. Just don't identify with it. Instead, replace it instantly with gratitude. Gratitude is the antidote to every limitation. This is why, as your journey continues beyond these 21 days, gratitude must become your daily language. Each morning, say silently, "I am abundant, I am guided, I am the source and the reflection of infinite wealth." Feel those words, not as affirmations you wish to believe, but as statements of what is already true. Earl Nightingale used to conclude his broadcasts by saying, "We are at the beginning of a new age, an age of awareness." You are living that awareness now. You have stepped out of the hypnotic sleep of limitation and into the lucid dream of creation. You are no longer reacting to life, you are composing it. And Bob Proctor would add, "Don't just think it, feel it, live it. See yourself already in possession of it." That's the final key. Embodiment. When thought and emotion unite in certainty, the field must comply. You become the cause, and reality becomes the effect. So here you stand. The Creator awakened, the quantum mind reprogrammed. The channel of abundance open and clear. Everything that once seemed far away is now close. Everything that once felt difficult now flows. And everything that once was a dream is now simply a matter of time and alignment. Carry this awareness into everything you do. When you walk, walk as abundance. When you speak, speak as abundance. When you create, create as abundance. Because abundance is not something you visit, it's what you are. And if this message has expanded your awareness, if it has awakened something within you, let it ripple outward. Like and share this message so more people can remember who they truly are, so they too can step into their quantum wealth. Because when one person awakens, the frequency of the world rises, the field is listening, the universe is responding. And now, you are commanding it consciously. This is your new reality. This is abundance embodied. This is the power of your reprogrammed quantum mind.